Hello, I'm Lugatorix, and welcome to part 31 of the Greek Cities campaign on Rome Total War. And as you can see, we are starting off today with a fight against the Julii outside of Arretium. Yes, the Julii have dared to attack Doros, and he doesn't like that. He wants to go to Segesta and Mediolanum and places like that. So I think we're willing to fight the Julii here today, and that's how we're going to start this episode. So let's not mess around anymore. Let's get straight into the battle and start killing some Romans. Okay, so here we are. Now let's have a look at the battlefield. There's a big old hill. Now, is there... it's not really that much of a decline on the other side, which is a bit of a shame. I was really hoping there was going to be a sheer drop on the other side. Sadly, it's not. If we were up here, beautiful. What we could do is go over here. Now, that's a nice bit of high ground that we could, get the archers up on this bit here. Yeah, that's quite nice. So what we'll do... I think what we'll do is we'll do something very similar, but we've got archers this time, which is really, really cool. So we're going to have 3 hoplites on each side, so we need to calculate this. It's going to be you guys that are going to just be in a line like this, similar to last battle. Then we're going to have 3 hoplites on each flank, as per usual, or if we have an army this size anyway, as per usual. So just sort of go like this, and in fact, if we go here, there's a rock, so this is unflankable. So unlike last time where the Falksmen got round the back, they can't, because that's unflankable. Meaning that we can have 3 hoplites on the other side and a kind of unflankable region, like this. That's not completely unflankable, but that's fine, it's not the end of the world. And then we can get the archers right in the top of the hill, like this. Oh, you're technically outside the range, but it's fine. Even if they were like that, that's still a high ground advantage. And then Doros himself just around here. Beautiful. So start the battle and then just get in... Right, basically I want the archers moving back as high as they can, because look at that high ground advantage. Ridiculous. I mean, just get right up here. Why not? Screw it. Now, really, I would like a couple of hoplites just purely protecting them. But what's going to get around the side? I mean, what we'll do is we'll get you 4 to be the flank over here. Just get you around like that. So if anyone wants to charge the archers, they're going to have to get through these guys first. But the archers are going to be doing so much damage from up here that I doubt they're going to do anything at all. And we have our faction leader in case someone does charge them. Now, really, the aim of this battle is to just weaken the Julii as much as possible. I mean, it's not like we're going to take a settlement if we clear out this whole army. But it just makes everything a bit easier, and it means that it's just one less army to attack one of our settlements. So, to be honest, it's just about us killing as many of them as possible, although I think they're going to be routing pretty quickly, to be honest. Just notice that despite being on this really high hill, the archers actually can't really reach... Bloody hell, they can't actually reach everyone properly, so I'm just going to get them a little bit further down, just so they can actually reach some of the men more and get more hits. But they're still on a massive high ground advantage. I mean, I would love to be an archer right up here at this time, because I'd just be like, come get us, lads, just try. And they're actually firing already, which is good to see. So that's going to have morale damage for all of the Julii, and then they're going to charge into spears up a hill. I can't see this ending very well for the Julii. You never know, it might. Let's slow it down very slightly. So they're going to charge straight in. Steady already, yet broken. They're already breaking, and this is a stupid thing that the Romans do, which is they don't use their Pila very often. So basically the whole army just collapsed, basically. Yeah, I mean, some of them might recover, which is good. If they do recover, that's nice to see. Bit of trouble over here where they actually did throw their Pila, like they should have done. But in general, not doing very well. Bit of a short battle, in fact. And that's because you don't charge the Greeks when they're in a good defensive position. What do we got over here? We've got Equites over here. If you want to charge Equites, go for it. You guys can actually go towards them. Pretty much the whole army is routed, okay? There's a few Hastati. If they want to fight, they can fight. I actually want them to kind of rout, because then I can just mop up the rest of them. Although quite a few of them are recovering, which is good, because I want them dead. Equites are broken, so you guys just get back to where you were, protecting the archers. Good to see. If they come back, they're welcome to, okay? Please come back. No, they've had enough, I think. They've had enough. Okay, well, what we'll do is Doros, don't want to risk Doros too much. Kill the really weak units like Weletes, but otherwise don't, if they're running off, just let them be cowards, it's fine. Now, in all fairness, some of them are coming back. We've got more Weletes over there. Doros is just chasing off these Weletes. In fact, just chase these Weletes, you might as well. Doros with 2 silver chevrons of experience. I mean, where is the rest of the army? No, the rest of the army is pretty much recovered. Okay, good. I mean, how many have we killed so far? We've killed A solid 37% with only 3% losses of our own. The archers are firing in because why not? We can kill a few Weletes here. In fact, they're broken. We can just mop them up now. Beautiful. Just make sure you get them down, Doros. There's some archers. We might as well charge into the archers because they're going to break straight away. Pretty much straight away. They're wavering, broken, good. Let's get these Weletes down. I can't really see up the hill, which is a little bit concerning, so we'll just move the camera a bit. Okay, there's a starty here, so don't want to particularly charge into a starty. I could probably break them straight away, but what's the point? What's the point risking someone as glorious as Doros when you've got a whole army over here to deal with them? For God's sake! Get in position! I thought they were back for a second bite of the cherry. I think they might have. I think they are running off for good this time. I think they are running off for good. Yeah, they're out of here. They are out of here. Right, chase down the weaker units that are at the back, but otherwise it's over, which is fine. The enemies have their backs to us. We can just chase. I mean, just kill these Weletes, like so. Oops. Kill these Weletes. If I can bloody see what's going on, that would be nice. Yeah, just kill as many men as possible, but there's no point. I mean, those Astartes are shaken, admittedly. Like, a charge into them, they've got to die. There's no way they're killing Doros. They're just going to die straight away, aren't they? Shaken, charge into the back. Yep, they broke. I mean, we can kill as many Astartes as we can. Like, why not? And get more experience for Doros, who could maybe get up to gold chevrons at some point. You never know. Shaken and exhausted Hastati as well. Charge into the back, down a hill. There's no way they're surviving that. Good. And we took no losses as well, so just get more of them routing. We could still kill quite a few of them there. They're wavering. Good to see. Basically, I'm just chasing them down. I mean, this does not require a commentary, I don't think. It's just a lot of dead people. Yeah, we're just... Oh my goodness, they're all just routing. They're a bunch of cowards. Bunch of Julii cowards. Love it. Oh, it's a ton of flashing lights. This is what I want to see. Doros is going to kill a ton of Astarte out here. Okay, clear victory. Yep, that's one way to put it. Doros the Conqueror, 957 kills to 46. I'll take that. Let's see how many Doros actually killed. He killed nearly 500 of them. Yep, he's a savage. He is a straight savage. Okay, anyone else want to attack? No, I didn't. Oh. You see, this is what, I mean, fine. But this is what doesn't make sense to me. Why do they attack in two waves? You might as well attack all at the same time. And wow, Doros the Brave. He's not a conqueror anymore. He is still a conqueror. But he's brave now. I don't even know if I've ever had a faction leader or any general with the epithet Brave. I'm not sure if I've ever had that. Maybe I have. Anyway, he's utterly fearless. +4 morale for all troops. I mean, this is up there with some of the best generals I've ever had on Rome Total War. I mean, I had, in the Germania campaign, I had Rick Burgess the Conqueror, or as I call him, Ricky the Conqueror. He was good. I had, in the Mercenary campaign, I had, what was his name? Thuxra, who I bought off the Parthians. He was good, but then turned really bad at the end. This is possibly the best ever I've ever had. I literally think this is the best I've ever had. This is right up there. I had, this wasn't on YouTube, but I did have a campaign with the Scipii, and I had someone called Nero Victor. He was really good. But I think this guy is better. He's turning very, very solid. So anyway, more Julii have attacked us. Captain Quintus over here. Bunch of Weletes. I mean, I literally think he could take down that whole army himself. He doesn't need all these spearmen. He literally could take it down himself. And then we have Captain Julianus. And that's a better army. That is a better army. We got silver chevron Hastati. Decent. Gold Equites. The only thing that concerns me very slightly is the fact they're coming from both sides, but honestly, I'm not that afraid. I really am not. I mean, we've got a good army. So, this is going to be it's going to be trickier than the last battle. That's for sure. It's in a very similar place. In fact, it's almost identical because where were we last time? I can't exactly work out where we were. I know we were literally over there, weren't we? Because that was the rock we used. So, we've moved very slightly back for some reason. But anyway, the better of the two armies is this one. So we want to face this army first, deal with it, then turn around and deal with the weaker army. I think that's got to be the idea. Now, in terms of the formation, it's going to be very, very similar to what we've just done because that is it just works. It works. I've done this campaign enough now to work out that is just what works. So we've got same. Yep. So this army, you lot like that, and then we're going to have 3 hoplites on each flank, as per usual. And again, this army with 3 archers really does a lot of damage in terms of the missile as well, which is really, really important if you're the Greeks, because you don't get a lot of missile that much, you know. And the troops, unlike the Romans, the infantry does not have a missile attack, obviously, because they're spearmen. So it's really important you do pick up Cretans and other archers whenever possible. Cretans are obviously better than these archers, but these archers will do a solid job. They'll do an all-right job, that's for sure. And yeah, the Julii are just throwing force against Doros. So when he takes, is it Segesta? When he takes Segesta, he can just retrain and then he'll be out ready to kill the remnants of the Julii. So they can just throw force in the open field if they want to. That's fine, because I like fighting in the open field. Me personally, I like fighting in the open field. So that's fine. You guys in line like this. Doros the Brave at the back. At the back. So, like this. I mean, that is a little bit of a contradiction. Doros the Brave at the back. But obviously, we're not going to put him at the front where there's a ton of hoplites. So we're just literally going to move straight forward. Is this not the better... Where is the army? First of all, where is the army? It's over there. This does not look like the better army of the two. This looks... Astarte... Is this the better army of the two? Oh, you know what? Either way, get to the top of the hill quickly, lads, and just move. No, this is the better army of the two, and actually they're quite a bit quicker than us. So just go here, guys, and just get into position, okay? Because they are actually marching quickly, and I don't want to be caught out of phalanx because we're messing around. Now, yeah, the only concern is that there is 2 armies, and they're opposite sides of each other, and one is just over there. Now, I joked that Doros of Sparta could probably take out this army on his own. He might have to. Admittedly, we could just get these guys to turn around if necessary. You know, we could. I know they call it noob boxing in online. I haven't got a choice if they're both sides of me. Anyway, these guys are charging, which is good. Hopefully these guys are a little bit slower. I mean, we could maybe take out a few units with Doros, but I want this army to collapse so we can turn around, really. We're firing in on them. We're going to take a few missile hits, but that's fine. These guys should collapse pretty much instantly. Shaken. Equites are charging in. They're not going to do well. I'm keeping an eye on the other army. So routing. Broken. Good. I don't care about chasing men down today. This is fine. Right, let's just pause for a second. What have we got? We've got Weletes. Archers. Turn around. Screw it. Okay, this army is going to do nothing to us. I dare you. I think this is the better army. This has got to be the better army. Yeah, this is the army with the proper Astarte and proper experienced troops. In which case, guys, turn around. And I did joke that Doros might have to take an army down his own. He literally might have to. But he's Doros of Sparta. Okay, he can do anything. Right? So Doros, I mean, just come over here. If we could get a good charge on like an isolated unit, like archers, we could start breaking down their morale, and Doros could get a lot of damage in. For example, you're an isolated unit, you're on steady. There's no way this unit of Weletes is killing Doros the Brave. Okay, so wavering, broken, good. You're steady, shaken, so charge into them. Let's just pause it for a second, see what's going on the other side. They're not too close, but they need to be quicker. Okay, guys, get out of phalanx quickly. Just so you can be a bit quicker because you're taking quite a few losses. Okay. Run. Into position. Oh, they're doing the thing where they're swapping wings, which is not good. Oh, for goodness sake. And you need to run. And I don't know what's going on with Doros. Sorry, stop for a second. You run. You need to be as quick as you can and then get your spears down. You've routed that unit. Get that unit down. Okay. They are coming around the back, so we need to be careful. But they're only Weletes, so it should be alright. Okay, just be as quick as you can and then get your spears down. I think that army isn't that close. Right, Doros, you've routed those guys. Good. Pause. What are you doing? Where are you meant to be going? You're meant to be... Looks like you're meant to be there. So get where you're flipping meant to be then, you idiots. Right, Doros. Pause again. You're not meant to be over here, mate. You've got men to deal with up the rear of your troops. So you literally need to take this whole army out. Kill these Weletes. They're eager. Really? Are they eager? Are you sure? I wouldn't be eager. Not if Doros of Sparta was on the field. Yeah, they're coming around the back of us, which is a bit of a concern. The archers are skirmishing, which is fine. Doros, you need to be quicker, mate. Where are you? There you are. Good. Get into the back of these lads. They're shaken. we can get more guys routing. So, wavering, shaken, break, damn it, Weletes, break. Okay, he literally, right, good. Now get these all Hastati. Come on, right, pause. There's a lot going on. Right, you guys, spears down. The archers are everywhere, but it's fine. Doros is not taking that many losses. He can kill a ton of Weletes that are wavering. In fact, he literally has taken down this army. I joked about it. It's actually become the reality that he's taken down everyone. Get these Weletes down there causing problems. There's a few Equites causing a bit of issues. But again, what are Equites going to do ever? Right. My archers charge into the Weletes, which is not ideal. Doros, get out of there and fight. Get out. I know you're eager to kill the Equites, but don't, okay? These guys have charged. I don't even know what's going on. These Weletes are wavering. Break, damn it. Okay. Yep, break. Good. They're broken. Now, you, over to the Weletes. Doros, you're doing a good job. Right, this army is kind of collapsing, but I need to make sure units like that are doing okay. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because these archers are just in the middle of nowhere. You need to get into the back of these Equites. Right, that Equites died. There's so much going on. Pause. There's so much going on. I have no idea what's going on, and a unit has broken, so I need to be a bit careful. Their captain, one of their captains, Captain Julius, died. Now this side is screwed. It's not going very well for them. What have we got here? We've got Weletes. Fine. Turn around. Deal with these sods. You need to kill those Hastati. You need to kill those Hastati. We need more support over here so you can start coming around here. You guys can deal with them fine. You guys can deal with them fine. Good. Archers, just you're everywhere. Right. Doros, we need your help. Charge in there and then sound your horn so you're at the back because I don't want you dying. Okay, get into those Equites. They should be dying. The Equites are eager, shaken, wavering. Break, damn it, break. Get out of there. Right, they're broken. Good. You guys, right, stop again. You guys need to focus on them. You guys need to focus on, like all of you need to focus on them. Doros, you've taken quite a few hits, but you've killed a huge amount of troops, so I love you for it. This has been slightly more problematic than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Okay. Doros, just get out of there for a moment. There's still men around. In fact, if there's Weletes, you can kill them. Oh, there's still Equites. These bastard Equites keep trying to kill my general. Just get the Weletes down. Shaken, wavering, shaken. Get out of there, Doros. You're in a sandwich. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out. Pause. You're meant to be killing someone. You kill that unit. You kill that unit. You guys bully him. You, Christ knows what you're doing. Get back onto the field. You run over here and don't get killed. I mean, maybe I was a little bit cocky before this battle. Right. You three kill Equites. You run away from the Equites. Just don't want them to kill Doros. Get around the back of the Equites. The whatever they're called, hoplites. Oh, my archers are screwed. Oh well. Equites are causing a bit of trouble. Hoplites, kill the Equites because, okay, they're broken. Good. Get back into formation. Doros, I have no idea what's going on. This is the messiest battle I've ever fought. There's trouble over here. This is where the trouble area is. So really, we need all of you, not the archers, to come over here like that quickly. Just, you know what, just kill those guys. This is the trouble area. It's on the left. That's routed. We need to get you doing the same. Keep an eye on Doros. We have men down to 5 that are still not broken because Doros of Sparta, basically. Or Doros the Brave. Don't insult him by calling him Doros. Well, it's not an insult calling him of Sparta, but still. He's the Brave. We shall call him as such. And he's going to have to be brave to get through this battle because this has actually been a bit tough. Only reason it was tough, was because they surrounded us from both sides, which was a problem. That unit eventually broke. This side has got trouble. Okay, so all of you now focus on these guys. Doros is chasing down some Weletes. You can do that. It's fine. Kill the archers and Weletes if you wouldn't mind doing that, please. Thank you. Come on, Doros. You can do it. Doros is routing. They're all routing. Good. This is going to hell over here. I mean, there's a lot of red still around. Too much red. These guys are just chasing off these archers, but it's Weletes, so I'm not too concerned. What do we got over here? Oh, a lot of peeler fire. That's what we got over here. Right, starting eager. Don't want to charge into them. We need to select our charges carefully. You don't know what you're doing. Right. If we can get a good charge in someone, that would be good. Pause again. Right. You guys are chasing a random unit. Get back over here. Chase. Where's this town watch? Just chase this unit of Astarte. You get on that unit, which is causing trouble. We need you guys on that unit. Doros. What do we got? We got steady. Eager. You know when our armoured hoplites are breaking with the amount of morale boosts that we have, you know there's a bit of trouble. Those Weletes broke from the archers. Beautiful. Doros, just stay alive. You've done a fantastic job, but there is still Astarte on the field. Now these guys are going to come and deal with this flank which was having trouble. So basically, as long as Doros doesn't die, we should carry the day through, because these guys are broken good. Now this mass focus on the Astarte. I know this is not textbook, okay? This is far from textbook. This is the opposite of textbook of how to win a battle, okay? But I didn't really have much choice. Well, I kind of did, but still. I mean, what happened to the formation then? They're running off, I think. They had enough. What happened to the formation? There's no formation anymore. In fact, there hasn't been for a while. Archers, just focus on these guys. There hasn't been a formation for a long time. Okay, these hoplites are just trying to chase them. I think they've had enough. I've had enough as well. It's too bloody intense for me. Just kill as many Astartes as you can, Doros. You're awesome, okay? You're awesome. But my god, that was a little bit too intense. And as I said, the only reason is because they came from two different angles. But this is what I was saying. Imagine if we've just done 2 fights against the Julii. This army's just fought 3 armies of the Julii. Imagine if all 3 had come at the same time from 2 different angles. Imagine. We would have lost. We possibly would have lost. Or it would have gone down to like the last man. But once more we win. Still convincingly. I mean, we took too many losses. We still won. And the reason is because they came in 2 separate waves, so we could deal with it just about the second battle. Although I will freely admit, too many losses. We should not be taking that many losses. We lost half our army. But in all fairness, we were surrounded. Okay, we're hoplites. We're not very manoeuvrable. Okay, and I know I was making fun out of the Julii army, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, good. There we go, victory. And we're going to end the battle because average victory, yeah, I'd probably say that's about right. 1,157 kills to about 650. Yeah, I mean, they got quite a few kills, but I've explained why. Actually, let's see how many kills Doros the Brave got. He got 406. So in the last 2 battles, he's got nearly 1,000 kills. Just him. Just him. Okay? Right, so anyway, hopefully there's no more. Oh, that's a big Julii army. And it. Oh, mate. Are they. Really? Julii? Really? Really? You really want to kill Doros? You have thrown everything against him. Every single thing against him you have thrown. Oh my goodness. Do you know what? There's Principes here. We can win this battle, but we will win it next time. We'll win it next time. Oh, screw it. I'll play it now. Okay, whatever. Okay, so here we are in northern Italy. Doros the Brave is ready to face off against the Julii. So, what have we got here? We've got actually quite a hilly terrain. There's a big dip around there, but that's where they're coming up from. So, they're going to have to travel uphill regardless of where we go, which is good. So, they're going to have to, you know, lose some energy from that, which is nice. We have a good selection of archers and hoplites as well. So, let me work this out and I'll show you what I do. Right, I am admittedly slightly concerned about the strength of some of these hoplites. That is a bit of an issue. I'm going to have these 4 hoplites, you can see there, these 4 hoplites over at the front. Have a unit on the flank just to protect that region, and then we're going to have a unit obviously on the other side to protect that flank as well. But then look at this, we've got 3 units of, to be honest, quite depleted hoplites. I'm probably just going to put them here behind the others, and they can protect. Or maybe they could go, be a bit unorthodox, like this, just in case the Julii do get around the back, because they do have a tendency to try and flank and get round the back. and it just protects the archers just in case that happens. That's what I'm going to do. We have quite a few archers though, which is good, so we'll be able to get a good amount of damage on the Julii before they actually come over. We're actually going to move those 3 hoplites a bit further back. So just a bit of protection for the archers, but really, I mean, these guys are not going to be that useful in this battle. So this is pretty much the formation. Doros can go here. What are you guys doing? 41. Ah, we've just discovered some more hoplites, in which case you can join the front line. So a nice thick front line like that. Beautiful. Okay, so this is going to be the formation. We will group the units and start the battle. We'll put them in defensive mode. And the Julii, well, they are... Where exactly are they? They're over the hill. If we got over here to the crest of the hill... Just pause it for a second. If we got over here to the crest of the hill... This is not exactly what I was thinking of. Right, so here the Julii come. The archers are firing over at the cavalry over there, which is fine by me. That's pretty decent. I mean, I don't particularly want these guys to be wasting arrows, to be honest, on the cavalry. I'd rather them... It should be off skirmish mode, by the way. I'd rather them be fighting the, like, Principes and, what's this, Hastati? Principes, yeah, of the Julii. Because these guys aren't particularly strong. We have ample amount of hoplites to deal with them. I'm going to move you guys slightly as well. But the Julii are indeed advancing. Right, so they're quite a bit closer now. So they're going to start firing in their Pila probably soon. Just have a look at the units. We've got Equites. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty standard Roman army. Sort of, it's pre-Marian, but it's a pretty solid pre-Marian army. They do have a general somewhere, I believe. Oh no, it's Captain Oppius, so they won't have a general. So that's fine. But we're just basically waiting for their attack. So they're actually charging in now. They're not going to fire in their Pila, which is a very stupid idea of theirs. They are indeed going to try and come around the back. So this is interesting. Let's just pause it for a second. Okay. So really, ideally, I'd like Doros to get around the back. Problem is, he's only got 20 men. He's a little bit weak. So maybe not. Maybe let's just get the archers firing, which I forgot to do. Very stupid of me. Get the archers firing. How are they doing then? They're broken, wavering, shaken. Okay, the morale of the Romans is very, very poor. Surprisingly poor, in fact. What have we got here? We've got some Equites who are going to charge around the back. No, you don't. No, don't charge as my archers. Doros, you need to help the archers. Oh, they're going to suffer. They're going to suffer. Doros, try not to die. But yeah, there's a little bit of trouble over here. A couple of the units have collapsed. Right, Equites have collapsed. Right, stop for a second. Stop. So the Equites have collapsed. This flank has disintegrated. There's too many Romans over here. They suffered. So we need to get these guys coming around here. And really, probably get you guys coming around here as well. Because there's not many Romans around the front. They all seem to be congregating on the left flank. Now over here, well, you guys have broken, which is going to be good for breaking down the rest of their morale. Shaken, Equites aren't going to do anything to hoplites. And then these guys are hanging around the side here. So it's not going too badly. It's just this flank I'm worried about. So let's continue the play. Doros kind of needs to get out of there. I don't want him dying. He is amazing. Got to a gold chevron, by the way. A gold chevron. Right. You get your spears down the cavalry auxilia. You get your spears down. They'll suffer greatly if you do that. So that's good to see. Right, that unit of cavalry auxilia has broken. Good. Let's just stop for a second again. Right, you three, just... That's a little bit of a mess you've got yourself in there. Right, just focus on those for a second. There's a unit of archers that's in there. You should not be in the mix. Get back here and start firing on people, please. Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake. Did not mean the archers to get involved. But things seem to be going alright generally. Pause it again. Now, these Hastati are surrounding these guys. I think we need to move these lads to start coming over and attacking them. You get around the back, start attacking them maybe. And the general, I don't know if I want to charge Doros into that though. How about if we sound the horn, so Doros, you get to the back, and then the rest of the bodyguards slam into the Hastati. Broken, good, that was a good idea. And Doros didn't get injured. That unit's broken as well, which is good to see. This is a bit of a mess, this battle. Admittedly. So you guys, okay, you guys now face these people. You guys actually should be skirmishing. This is a little bit of a mess. Who are you exactly? Wavering Principes. Doros, you've got to help out here. You get in there. Who are you? Right, Hastati, this is really quite a mess. As long as Doros doesn't die, we're okay. That unit broke, incidentally. Let's pause it again. It's been a bit of a manic battle. How are we doing on the old percentages? 25% to 47. We've taken too many losses this battle. But the Julii were flanking. We had a lack of infantry, really, to deal with them. So you focus on getting these Equites down. We've got a lot of men routing. Why these archers are over there, I have no idea. They're completely spread out. What else have we got? We've got These are all broken. I think it literally is just the odd unit left. How about you guys, minus the archers? Focus on the Hastati. Let's just get all the archers on skirmish mode. Just because I have no idea what's going on with the various Roman armies. You two focus on the Equites. And I think the majority of the army is actually routing now. Doros, why don't you start chasing down the broken Julii units, get as many of them down as possible, because they're not going to fight you back. But I think pretty much the whole Julii army is collapsed. There are the odd units of Hastati that are still around though, in fact. So how about we get, look, what we got? Let's get you guys into a nice line, just a line like this. Right, minus the archers, into a line like this. And then we'll get the archers in behind them, like so. You guys need to be as quick about that as you can, because if the Julii do want to come around like these guys, then we'll need something to fight them. Let's just check Doros is okay. Yeah, because that unit recovered, so don't fight a recovered unit. I don't care if they're wavering, just don't fight them. I think the Julii have had enough now, because these guys are wavering, not broken technically, but they're running off. Well, they've stopped running off for a second, actually. We'll just be a little bit careful. I cannot risk Doros dying. He is by far my best general. He's the faction leader, of course. It would be devastating if he died. The Hastati are firing Peeler in at him. So, yeah, let's just get back. There's no point risking my faction leader for a few extra kills on the Julii. And this battle has turned into a bit of a mess. What have we got? We've got cavalry auxiliary. Now, they're going to fight. They're going to charge into the archers, which is not ideal. So, you guys turn around. Archers, you're... No, they did not charge. Okay, fine. Okay, now there seems to be no Julii this side, so pause. Let's get you guys turned around to face the rest of the Julii like that. Beautiful. I do think the Julii have indeed had enough now, though. I think they are finally running off for good, which is fine. I don't particularly want to face them again. We've, this is the second time. Is it the second time this episode we faced the Julii? Yeah, second time we faced them. And, Doros had a very strong army, and he's a very good general, but he's had a lot of fights recently without being retrained, and the attrition is starting to break the army down very slowly, and to the point where he'll have no men left, and that's not ideal. So, we need a bit of recovery, I think. Right, the last of the Romans run off, and there you go, clear victory. 616 kills to 220. Okay performance from Doros the Brave, not his greatest, but still a pretty solid victory. Considering we had less men, and it's a pretty strong Julii army, I'll take that. And Doros has already had a few fights under his belt already, so not too bad by any means. Okay, so what else is going to happen? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Not another Julii army? Really? This is is this the third time now the Julii have attacked us this turn? The same army. So now Captain Ganius. The Julii are throwing everything at us. Everything. So Captain Ganius wants to go at us now. Or wants to go at Doros the Brave specifically. And I mean, this is like Groundhog Day. I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's a movie where the main character... he has to live the same day every day, over and over again. He keeps reliving the same day over and over again. This is what it seems like for Doros the Brave. He keeps getting attacked by the Julii. And, well, let's have a look at this army. It is, it's an alright army. It's not amazing. I mean, Weletes aren't anything amazing. You've got not a lot of heavy infantry. You've got 3 ballistae. Okay, it's a decent army, and I'll be honest, it's probably better than Doros the Brave's army. Now, the strength ratio is 1-to-1. We have less than half the amount of men they do. But I don't want to back off. We need to get over here. We need to take the settlement, and Doros needs to carry on. And Doros doesn't back off. He's Doros the Brave, okay? We don't want to lose that title. So, you know what? The final battle of this episode, we will fight the Julii again. This one might be the most difficult fight yet, though, so we'll see how it goes. Especially as some of the units of hoplites are down to 12, 16 and 12 respectively. That's slightly worrying. Right, here we are again, basically in exactly the same place. In fact, it really is exactly the same place. The battle we just fought was fought about over there, so... yeah, okay, interesting stuff. Now, the good thing is, again, we have the hill advantage, which is nice to see. I think I'm going to do something very similar to what we kind of just did. Probably starting over here, though, just to get at the top of the hill. So what we'll do is we'll have the front line of you guys like this. And then on the flanks, we'll have you two, like that and like that. And on the other flank, we'll have to have you guys like that. I mean, it's not ideal. That's not a lot of men, and they could easily break, but I haven't got a huge amount of choice. The archers also got a bit depleted last time, so just come along like that and try not to die this time, please. We'll have you off skirmish mode for the minute, but we'll see how that goes. To get off skirmish mode, good. Doros, get around the back here, and that is the old army. It is looking a bit battered now. It really is. So let's start the battle. There are the Julii, and well, we'll see how this goes. I mean, that does not look like a 1-to-1 strength ratio to me. That looks definitely in the Julii's favour, and it is in the Julii's favour. They've got a full army, they've got a strong army. We are a bit depleted. I'm slightly worried about this. Okay, the Julii are coming forward. We are attacking them with our arrows. They are also doing the same a little bit with their Weletes, but it's okay. We're quite hardy in that respect. So we should be doing okay. We've actually killed 6% of them already, which is nice to see. But we'll speed it up a little bit until they advance. So the Weletes have done a pretty decent amount of damage on our units, in fact, which is not ideal, to say at the least. Okay, they're coming forward now, so let's pause it again, or, you know, slow it down a bit. They are going to indeed charge. Now, we have a lack of cavalry, real lack of cavalry, so we're going to have the hoplites are going to have to carry the day, basically. Hopefully we can get a few units routing early on, and they will suffer because of that. You see, yep, those 2 units break, which is a fantastic start. How about you? Shaken. Doros is nearby, so our units should hold up. Shaken. So already a few units collapsing, which is fantastic. It's going to lower the morale greatly. A unit of cavalry charges straight into hoplites. Stupid idea. That's never going to work. The same with those equites. They do exactly the same. So very good stuff in that regard. They are slightly being dogpiled over on this flank, admittedly, which is worrying a little bit. And let's just get Doros around here just slightly. I don't want to risk Doros, though. He's only got 14 bodyguard. You get around the side here, start attacking them. They break, which is good. The Principes are still steady. These Principes are still steady. You make sure you get into them. A lot of the army's backed off very quickly, which is good to see. They're just war dogs. Well, that's fine. Yeah, this side I'm slightly worried about, admittedly, because the Principes are doing a fantastic job of just, well, not breaking, basically, which is, you know, not ideal for me. Let's get Doros on the side here, blow the horn so you're at the back, and then charge into... No, that's Doros at the front, that's Doros at the front, that's Doros at the front. That did not work out how I wanted to. Oh my goodness, that was close. Doros charged straight in there. Okay, do you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. Doros, just get back. That was nearly very scary. Right, what are you guys doing? You're moving backwards, which is never a good idea. Please don't do that glitch again. Please move forward and kill these equites, or at least hold the line here, if you wouldn't mind. These Principes are still alive. They're still very much alive. Well, I say that, wavering. In fact, they've broken. These Principes are eager, though. So, not ideal in the slightest. Let's just pause for a second. How are the percentages looking? So, 26% to 50%. So we're doing a good job, but this side is really quite suffering, actually, which is flipping bad. Right, the captain died, which is really good, and the whole army pretty much collapses because of that, in fact. So Captain Gonias falls down. It's really getting this unit of Principes down at this point, so you focus on them. If that army, I don't mind not killing those guys, I just want to get them off the field. You know, we'll face them at a later date when Doros has recruited and constructed a bit more, but at the moment I'm fine with that. Who are you? The war dogs are fighting someone. That's a little bit annoying. You get on the war dogs, please. But if the army backs off, that's fine by me. Let's just get you guys coming over as well to help out the cause. But it seems like things are going okay. Right, the army seems to have actually backed off mostly, so how about you guys, minus the archer, just get back into a proper formation like this, or some semblance of a proper formation, minus Doros, like this, just in case the Julii do decide to come back, which I think they might, you know. Right, war dogs have decided to fight this unit of phalanx, so you guys just get on those war dogs. The Julii are persistent. They are very persistent. But in fact, it looks like they're backing off. You guys, no, chill out. We're not chasing them. They can run off, that's fine. Well, you know what? considering we had a very battered army, I mean, you know, Doros was looking a little bit weak there with his army. We've done a pretty good job, actually, to what looks like we're going to win this, to get the Julii completely routing. Don't know what you're doing. Get back, lads. Yeah, you've done a pretty decent job there. You know, we got nearly 40% of us killed, which was kind of inevitable. Strong Julii army. There's over double the amount of them than there are of ours. That's going to happen. But pretty good job, Doros. And, you know, I think any other general other than Doros, and that could have been a defeat, really. So I'm glad I had my finest general on the battlefield. Right, it seems like everyone's gone apart from these units of blisters, which are glitching out slightly. So why don't we just run over and deal with them? And then once they rout, it should be game over for the Julii. Oh, there you go, it already is. We'll end the battle, that's fine. So, clear victory, 700 kills to 220 odd. Another solid victory, but as you can see, every battle Doros keeps losing a few more men, and by the force of attrition, this army's become quite weak indeed. If the Julii attack us again for what would be the 4th time now in a row this turn, then I'm not sure if Doros will be able to win that. So I pray they don't. Just leave Doros alone. They have left him alone. Numidians have attacked Lepkis Magna, and that's not too concerning. And some Numidians are taking out some rebels for us, which is fine by me. Quite a lot of force actually though in North Africa they've got. Yeah, looking at that, they have. And that's it. So candidate for adoption. You're 28 years old. You're a good defender, publicly loyal, and a confident commander. You're decent, but 28, I'm going to pass on you. I'm not that bothered. I think we can do better than you, to be honest. So, Settlement Besieged, which is Lepkis Magna. We saw that just a second ago. We'll sort that out probably next episode, to be honest. End of turn report, and Richard's faction is indeed us, which is cool. Right, now I'm probably going to end the episode here, but I'll just do a couple of things before we do that. So, Doros, yeah, I'm looking a little bit worried for you. We really need to take Segesta, so that you can just recruit, retrain, relax, and so on and so forth. Now, unfortunately, this army's in the way. Captain Tiberius is only 3 men, 3 units, so he probably could... Wait a minute, Doros had a gold chevron. How did he go down to 3 silver ones? Oh, well, whatever. He's blocking the path. Now, how strong is this settlement looking? Mediolanium is looking weak as well. You see, I reckon I could beat Captain Tiberius, but then would we have enough men to beat Segesta? Maybe not. Whereas if we go straight for Mediolanium, then we could take it, recruit, retrain, and then we'll be strong enough to go and take Segesta. That's tough. That's a tough call. Screw it, I'm going to attack Captain Tiberius. We're going to have another fight with the Julii. Oh no, he backs off. Fair enough, he backs off. Not quite to Segesta. Okay, well he's been backed off into a corner. We could maybe fight him now. Yep, so yeah, we're going to fight Captain Tiberius now. What exactly has he got? He's got Weletes, Hastati, and a unit of Roman archers. Nothing too special there. So what we'll do, we'll fight Captain Tiberius, then we'll go on to Segesta. By the time we get to Segesta, bear in mind we've had to force our way through so many Julii armies, it's going to be a challenge taking Segesta, even though it's so weak, because we do not have a lot of men left. But anyway, for the final battle of this episode, let's go and face Captain Tiberius and see what we can do against him. I reckon this will be relatively straightforward, though. I hope. Right, so at this point, Doros is getting quite confident in fighting the Julii. Now, some of these units of hoplites are very, very weak, although some of them have recovered a little bit. Now, oh my goodness. Yeah, didn't think about the terrain, actually. My god, they have got an uphill advantage. Oh my goodness. Okay, I might deploy, and then if I think this is too ridiculous, I might in fact actually back off. Did not realise that they were going to have such a terrain advantage. Right, well, we can still win this, but it's not going to be easy. What we'll do, they're less likely to flank us because we're on the offensive, which is a good thing. So what we'll do, we'll have you 3 as the front line. We'll have the archers in behind. And then we will have some guys on the flanks just in case. So we'll have you 2 on this flank. And we'll have you 2 on the other flank. And then we'll have Doros himself just at the back here. This is a fine army, but yes, I'm slightly worried about the fact that they have the massive advantage in terms of terrain. So let's start the battle. And they have parked themselves right on top of the mountain. Of course they have. I don't know if I've ever fought a battle which is quite as uphill as this. But we need to fight these guys, and we need to get them down because we need to get to Segesta. So maybe I should just back off now, I'm not sure. Now on the mini-map, it looks like the Julii are moving a little bit, which is fine. I can't even see them. It's so uphill, I cannot physically even see them. Ridiculous. Absolute madness. I don't know what I was thinking. Although, wait a minute, have the Julii been immensely stupid? Because this is an uphill bit, so if I was the Julii, I'd park right here, right? I think it's going to flatten out the top, and they've parked themselves on the top, which is flat. Well, they've parked themselves there. I can just see a few men there. We could possibly manoeuvre this so that, although our men are going to be extremely tired, they've basically climbed up a mountain. I mean, in real life, I don't think that's even physically possible to traverse that quite that steep. You would have to crawl up there, and there's no grass or anything like that to latch onto. Really, they're being quite superhuman here. Thank goodness we have Doros. I mean, that... Yeah, those horses seem strangely... They have very long necks, those horses. They look more like giraffes. Okay, do you know what? Odd. That's just odd. I'm going to ignore what I just saw there. Anyway, the Julii have been pretty stupid in the sense they parked themselves on the top flat bit, whereas really they should have parked themselves about here, where we would have been forced to fight them on the ledge. So I'm going to try and manoeuvre it so that we actually fight them on an area which is good for us, or at least not quite so bad. Although you can see our men are exhausted, which is not ideal. Beautiful view from here, by the way. You can see Segesta there in the distance, which is what we're going to be fighting for next episode. And, you know, I mean, it's... yeah, there's quite a nice view across northern Italy. I do appreciate that, in fact. Very nice. Right, so here we are at the top. Now, the Julii are already firing on Doros. Not ideal. Doros, get back a little bit. Guys, if you could hurry up, because Doros is getting hurt. Please. They're being very slow because they're exhausted, which I don't blame them for, in all fairness. And, I mean, that's actually quite incredible. They climbed that. You know, kudos to them, really. Okay, the Julii are advancing a little bit. Let's just pause it. What have we got at the front here? We've got the Hastati at the front. We've got the Roman archers and... Where was... 2 units, yeah. Roman archers and the Weletes. Okay, that's fine. Doros, just back off a little bit until we get into position. That's fine. Okay, they seem to be persistent in fighting Doros. So, run Doros. No, I don't want you fighting the Hastati. I don't want you fighting the Hastati. Get around here. If you're going to fight anyone, fight the Weletes or something, okay? Look, these Weletes are vulnerable. Go and chase them if you want to chase someone. You guys... Right. Pause for a second. Let's just do this a bit unorthodox. You guys just all fight the... whatever unit you can, okay? The archers just do your thing, okay? The archers just cancel your order. Just stand here and start firing on them, please. And you can be on skirmish mode. Doros, how are you doing fighting the Weletes? They look a little bit scared. They're steady. They're fighting the finest general in the whole of Europe. And they're still eager, but hopefully they'll go down in a second. Yep, wavering. Just break, lads, if you wouldn't mind. I can see what's going on over there. Nothing hugely is going on. Right, they're broken. Their captain's dead, which is a big help. I did wonder for a second if that was going to be Doros that died, but thankfully it wasn't. So what have we got now? We've got Hastati, who are firing their Pila, and Roman archers. Right, you go and fight the archers. You guys, all of you, focus on that unit of Hastati, and we should be okay. Alright? That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, the uphill advantage did screw us over a little bit this battle, I will admit. So, you guys are very slowly chasing after the Hastati. Now, Doros, please don't die at the hands of Roman archers. Let's stay on the horn so you're at the back. You see there, he's at the back. They break anyway, instantly, which is really good. So now 2 out of 3 units are broken. It's now just a matter of getting the Hastati down. And we've got a whole army to get 1 unit down, so it should be okay. Should be okay. We've killed half the army, which is good. You guys, spears down on the Hastati. There's a lot of us and not a lot of them in comparison. So they're shaken. Let's just get Doros on the back. Doros on the back. Don't charge him yet, Doros. Like so. Good. And sound the horn if you wouldn't mind. And then charge. Doros is not actually at the back, but hopefully this will be enough to break them. Yes, it is. Continue the battle, and there we go. Yeah, so, I mean, considering the terrain was ridiculously in their favour, we did a pretty good job, actually. We lost about 12% of our men, but they lost pretty much this whole little force. So, you know what? I will definitely take that. Good job once again, Doros. And there we go, clear victory, 194 kills to 46. Doros the Brave. You just don't lose, do you? You just don't lose. I mean, you had an army of over 1,000 men. You've conquered a huge amount of land. You're now down to less than 400. But you're still conquering lands. You're still doing your thing against the Romans, because that's just how amazing you are. And in fact, if his retinue expands, he has +1 command. Not that he needed +1 command. But he's looking pretty good stuff. So, good to see. You know what? There's some mercenaries available. Oh, the barbarian mercenaries. If it was anything other than them, I would have picked them up. But no, they're more of a liability than anything. Anyway, you put Segesta under siege. We will take that next episode. So build a couple of rams, if you wouldn't mind. Build a ram. Then, and we will go and fight the Julii next episode. So that is where I'm going to end it. So next episode, we're fighting at Segesta. We're probably going to have to defend Batavium and maybe Lepkis Magna as well against the Numidians. We are going to take Campus Getae. I think we can technically do that this turn. Yes, we can. In fact, we could probably auto-resolve that. I think that's pretty pointless, me actually playing. Let's just auto-resolve. Clear victory, 55 to 35. So we actually take Campus Getae now. So, you know what? Nice way to end the episode. We have fought back against the Dacians. I'm going to exterminate, because I don't like people anymore, so resistance is indeed futile. So we won't be doing that, but we'll probably be moving towards Porolesum and finishing, or sort of beginning, the sweep of the Dacians then. We are also preparing our attacks on Damascus, because war with Egypt is coming very soon. We have these armies around here. We have you, Philip, that is going to go over to Sidon as soon as we declare war on Egypt. And talking of Egypt, we have these boats. We have this boat over here and this boat over here, which are going to move towards the Egyptians next episode. And war with them is going to be very soon. So, that is all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around.